Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading a multi-character listener by me. So let's get into it. Scaramouche. You didn't know how to tell him this. It was complicated. And like most things between the two of you, it was new. Big and scary and also new to you. You had no idea on how to deal with it. And you didn't want to. Kind of. You didn't know how. And you didn't want to try. It felt so intimidating, so scary, and so terrifying. You had no idea on how to deal with it if you were to be honest. And standing right in front of your pregnancy test, he knew that it would be eventual, that he would find out. And it's best that he finds out from you, no one else, and not through coincidence or time, because your belly will show. It will be obvious. Unless you decide to just get rid of the baby, which is not an option until you tell him, because it just isn't your thing alone. So you waited for him to come home, fidgeting and hoping that it will at least go alright, that he won't decide to just up and leave, leaving you completely alone. When he walked in, you could already sense the nervous energy in the house, and you knew that something was wrong, something that you had to tell him, and you just weren't. Dinner passed. The two of you exchanged a hug, a kiss, a few words and nothing more. But two nervous glances were there, and he saw them, loud and clear. Why, what is it? You seem to be hiding something. Well, I'm not hiding anything, but there's something I want to talk to you about. What is it? I we're expecting a baby. He mumbled, and he pales, and all the hope within you dies in that very moment. Look, Scaramouche, I won't ask for much. Just don't leave me. We'll deal with it together. I can just get rid of it if that's what you want. And he nods. He looks very still, very stiff. But he knows what comes first and what's important. So he wraps his arms around you, pulling you into a gentle kiss. It's fine, Mayan. Look, I don't want it, but it will be fine. And I won't leave you. Not for anything in the world. Okay? Remember that. At the very least, there is a silver lining in the midst of it all, and you will take it. Venti? He knew Venti would not welcome the news. He wasn't so much of a, kid person. He liked kids, liked talking to them, but not being a parent. And he knew that he was not ready for this. And if you were to be honest, neither were you. But he had hoped that there would be a chance later on, if not now. And the way he treats the situation will tell you all about it. When he sat down with you, after he got back from wandering about outside, you were fidgeting, looking nervous, and Venti could tell that you wanted something. Mayan, the wind tells me that there is something important that you're hiding. Or, not precisely so, but there's something you want to tell me. So go on. Tell me. What is it? So you say it. Clear. Crystal clear. Because you're not going to beat around the bush and have your anxiety spike up with every second. I'm pregnant, Venti. The air tenses up around you, and you knew that he did not take it well at all. His smile becomes strained, his expression more closed off. But you can see a little bit of confusion in his eyes when he tries to pinpoint when it happened and tries to think of what he would do. Look, Venti, for both of us, I'll get rid of it. I know you don't want it. But later on, do you think there will ever be a chance that we could possibly. He nods, making you cut off your own words as you stare at him, completely quiet. Mayan, make no mistake. I want a life with you. I want this with you. Just not now. That's all. But I want this, and I will try. But you made the right call. Thank you. Xiao? You knew Xiao was about to freak out when you told him, but you had to. You couldn't just hide this from him. It is important that he knows, as much as you do. And the moment you tell him the news, there's a weird expression on his face, like he's barely holding in his own emotions, trying to look as neutral as possible. But that's what worries you most. There's no joy in there, no happiness. And though you've been nervous, you have wanted the baby. You've wanted to try and be a family, have a child, and raise a boy of your own, or a girl, whatever it might be. Xiao, however, wasn't even meeting your eyes. Mayan, do you even think it's the right time to have a child? At all? What do you mean? You ask. A hint of confusion and hurt making their way into your voice. And Xiao treads on his words carefully, making sure it doesn't hurt you, but trying to say what he really means. Mayan, I love you, and I want this just as much as you do. But the thing is, I'm just not ready for it. I can't. Not now. Not anytime soon. So, please, try and understand this. Will you? And you already know what he's asking. He wants you to get rid of the baby. But looking at him, you know there's no denying it. And you couldn't exactly force him to become a father. So you swallow your own tears, your pride, your happiness, and nod. Well, I thought that's what you would say. Wayan, please, I didn't mean to hurt you. It's fine, Chao. I expected this. Maybe someday in the future, there would be hope for another chance, for something more. But right now, looking at it, it looks pretty hopeless. And that's precisely what you've been afraid of.